Hello guys, and I am here for some awesome game day bingo action. Super excited to be here with you guys live as I'm going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs. Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. So hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, sending out some messages, as I'll be shooting you out some luck as we get on after our games right here. As we got a lovely $53 minor jackpot that's in at 52 balls or less, a 50 ball or less major prize of $2,285, and a mega jackpot of 10 grand you could take home in 45 balls or less. All should be a lot of fun, as we also got that must-go prize of $11.40. As we get working through this game, I would like to highlight some jackpot winners, as we've been able to give out 16 jackpots over the last 7 days and 302 jackpots so far in this season 16, as we saw 3 different jackpots go out yesterday. Our first jackpot to go out yesterday went out to Not Sure over at Maynard's of Excelsior, as they took home a mega jackpot of $47,546. Congratulations to you, Not Sure, taking home that gigantic mega prize. We then saw another great prize go out, as that it was a major jackpot that went out to Fred Trisha over at Joe and Stan's. Fred Trisha took home $7,233. Congratulations to you, Fred Trisha. Say hi to Trisha Fred for me. As we then gave out our final jackpot prize, as $735 went out to Kees Ja over at Midtown Bar and Grill. Congratulations to all 3 of our winners, Not Sure, Fred Trisha, Kees J.A., and all of our other great players who were getting after it in those games just yesterday. As we are working through this game right here, we have Jin right now 6 balls away alongside Lucky Rosie and John B. Good to see you guys getting after it, as now Jin is 5 balls away, as we're still in line to be able to give out at least a minor jackpot in this game. It's looking like it's going to be pretty tough here to be able to give out that prize as we move on from that mega and now moving past that major prize as well. And I assume we'll quickly move past that minor jackpot and work on the $11.40 must-go prize in this game, as that means that minor jackpot will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less in our next matchup. Should be a lot of fun, as that minor jackpot does grow each and every game. It doesn't go out, clicking up 2 balls. Once it does go out, it clicks back to 52 balls or less, but it does get more exciting each and every game it doesn't go out. So it should be a lot of fun here during this lunchtime game day bingo. As we do have Brad over at Buffalo Wild Wings Coon Rapids, and John B. over at the Trax Bar and Grill. Congratulations to both of our winners in that game, as we now get enrolled into this matchup right here. This game right here will include that 54 ball or less minor jackpot. Just 2 minutes to get enrolled into this great action. As we get after it in this awesome action here, I would like to talk about our social media pages, in particular our Facebook page, as you guys can do us a favor by showing us a little love on that Facebook page by giving us a like and follow. All you gotta do is search up Pilot Games on that search bar and click on our logo. By doing that, you'll be able to stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and more. You can also check out the website link on Facebook, as we have a link tree with all the info you need, including a bar locations tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pinned locations where you can play Pilot Games. Our other social media links connect you to our Twitter as well as Instagram, and even more there as well. So really just the hub of all things Pilot Games is directly connected to that Facebook page. We hope to see you guys out there. Give it a like and follow so we can highlight you guys as we get after it. As our Facebook page has just had a little update, our logo has changed. And now it looks like a nice neon yellow P is what it looks like. It's a really fun one out there. So make sure you guys are checking that one out to try and take home some of those awesome prizes. It's definitely a great time there, as we love those games. As we are getting after it in this game right here, I would like to talk about just our entire live bingo schedule, as we just have 25 seconds to get enrolled into this game number 2, as this is just the start of live bingo, as we play game day bingo from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. During that time, we play 12 games of game day bingo, as this is the second of those 12 games, as at 1 p.m. we will switch on over to a little Lucky 4 bingo. That game of Lucky 4 bingo has a $60,870 prize you will not want to miss out on. Definitely worth your time. You'll then hop into more game day bingo that will be running from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. as you'll once again work on that minor, major, and mega, whatever prizes I'm not able to give out during this awesome lunchtime bingo. At 4 o'clock, we will then get your second and final opportunity at Lucky 4 bingo. Another shot at 60 grand if it didn't go out at 1 o'clock. You'll then hop into Game Day Bingo. That will be running from 4 all the way till 6 p.m., working on some more of those awesome prizes that have grown into those games. At 6 p.m., you will then play your first game of your first Pilot Payday game of the week. Because Pilot Payday only is played at 6 p.m. every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you won't want to miss out, as there's a $2,500 must-go prize in that game that you could take home on just a 10-cent card. It is a great opportunity there. You'll then hop into more Game Day Bingo that normally runs from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. But tonight there is a little switch up, as we have a Wild Wednesday, as we celebrate our Minnesota Wild, as we get started with a little Pride of Minnesota at 7 p.m. Should be a lot of fun there, as that will be a high-low game. If you guys don't know what high-low games are, the best players in the state, the highest scorers, earn great prizes, but also the lowest scorers in that game also earn great prizes, just upping your chances at taking home a little bit of cash. You just don't want to find yourself in the middle there. Then at 7:15, we'll play a little Top Dog, one of my personal favorites, as there's always big cash in that game. As at 7:30, we got Easy Money. 7:45, a little Vikings victory, where we'll try and get after a large and small jackpot that's available, even being outside of one of our 12 winners. At 8 p.m., Blingo Bingo will be played, as we'll then finish off our PGL matchups with a little Fishing Derby at 8:15, as you'll try and reel in that largemouth or smallmouth jackpot. It's definitely a great time there. We hope to see you guys out there for those PGL matchups tonight. It's getting started at 7 p.m. Wild Wednesday. We just celebrated a different PGL special night last night, as we had a lot of fun during our MegaSota game night. That gets started at 6:40 p.m. every single Tuesday, with huge cash prizes to be won. You do not want to miss out, as this week we were not able to give out our Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale prize, as it now sits heading into next week, $26,340 and 54 balls or less. So do not miss out on MegaSota Game Night, 6:40 every Tuesday, or our PGL night happening tonight, Wild Wednesday at 7 p.m. In this game right here, we have Enos over at the Town Tavern, taking home $16.90. Congratulations to you, Enos, as we now get enrolled into this next game. As we get enrolled into this game, I just wanted to check out where Enos is coaching. Dan Enos, as a football coach that's been with Florida for quite some time, a quarterbacks coach. Interesting stuff there. But great PGL nights. Great job with you, Enos, taking home that prize. As we continue to get after it here, we should continue to have a lot of fun. As we have fun here, I'll be talking about some awesome national days, as we actually only have one national day to celebrate today. It's National Indian Pudding Day. National Indian Pudding Day recognizes a cold weather classic on November 13th each year. Serve up with this traditional New England dessert that is sure to wow. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. I don't know much about Indian pudding, but in the 17th century, English colonists brought hasty pudding to North America, transforming it. Although they initially made the pudding with wheat due to the shortage of grain, the colonists eventually used cornmeal, since the colonists had learned to cultivate maize corn from the indigenous people. The crop was readily available. The colonists derived the name for. Oh, okay. So it should be really like Native American pudding, but they also replaced the water with milk for added flavor. Cooks add either molasses or maple sugar. Other ingredients they add include cinnamon, ground ginger, butter, eggs, raisins, and nuts. They slowly baked the Indian pudding for several hours. Baking transforms the pudding texture for the original porridge-like quality off-hasting pudding to a much smoother consistency, which is more typical of custard. Before 1900, most American cookbooks included a recipe for Indian pudding. But by the 20th century, commercial pudding with an industrial perfect creamy consistency replaced the popularity of this pudding. The long cooking time required for this pudding did not appeal to the 20th century home cooks. However, during the autumn holidays, Indian pudding, some restaurants serve the dish due to its fall traditions. Vanilla ice cream or whipped cream pair nicely with Indian pudding. So celebrate on today, National Indian Pudding Day. Hopefully you can enjoy this national day. I don't have much more to talk about it as I'm not very familiar with Indian pudding. But if you want to get ready for tomorrow's national days, it is National Seatbelt Day, National Family PJ Day, National Spicy Guacamole Day, and National Pickle Day. I know there's quite a few that you can celebrate out there tomorrow wherever you are at. We are 35 balls dropped in this game of wild-themed game day bingo. And since we're playing some wild-themed game day bingo, I might as well give a quick highlight on what our Wild have been up to. As their last game, we ended up losing in overtime to the Blackhawks 2-1 on Sunday night. Not quite what we wanted to see there for our Wild, as we hope to be able to get back to the winning side of things, as we've had a pretty decent start to the season, 10-2-3, and we've had even Kirill Kaprizov as probably the leading favorite to win the Hart Trophy, as he has been the engine that drives this Wild team to second place in the Central Division, as we hope to be able to maintain that spot, as we have 23 playoff points so far. We are going to hope to continue adding to those points and hopefully adding to the resume of Kirill as he continues his season of dominance. In that game, in this game tomorrow night, we'll be playing the Montreal Canadiens at 7 p.m. Should be a good Thursday night matchup. And if you want to send some luck out to our Wild in that game, you should play the great ETAB game. Let's go Wild. You can even check out the Slapshot bonus round to see if you can score yourself one of those amazing jackpot prizes. It's definitely a fun one there. We're huge fans of the ETAB game. Let's go Wild. But right now, we are playing some Wild-themed game day bingo. And in this game, we got Mary over at Danny's Dugout, taking home the must-go prize of $16.50. Congratulations to you, Mary, as we now get enrolled into this next game. Just 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled, as that minor prize most likely gets over $100 and clicks up from 56 to 58 balls or less. This should be a fun game number 4, as you guys have just about 2 minutes to get enrolled. As you get enrolled, I would like to remind you that you can also check out our eTabs. We have over 70 different Charitable eTab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games have small bets ranging from 50 cents to $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. We would love for you to check them out. As we get after it, I would like to highlight an awesome ETAB game that goes with the fall time, and that's Top 10. The only thing that's better than college football is a road trip to your rival's home turf. Experience all of the Top 10 excitement without leaving your favorite bar. It's definitely a fun one to be able to highlight, a good little football-themed ETAB game where you can take home huge cash prizes. I'm a big fan of it. If you've played enough of that Vikings victory ETAB game, our other football-themed ETAB, this is definitely worth the shot. And as we are coming out of wedding season. The fall is just full of weddings. I'll also highlight Bachelorette Party. In this game, you can select your lucky symbol as the top prize. You can choose between the bride-to-be, mother-in-law, or male bartender as your top lucky symbol. It's a lot of fun there. Great E-Tab game. And play and let us know what your favorite E-Tab game is wherever you're playing these amazing matchups. Well, we got just a few seconds before we are in this great game of Game Day Bingo. As we got that minor jackpot at $224, 58 balls or less. I know I'm excited to see who can end up taking home this lovely prize. And as we work on this prize, I would like to talk about some fun movies that were released on today. The first movie we'll be highlighting, released on today in 1992, we got Bram Stoker's Dracula. This one stars Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Keanu Reeves, Anthony Hopkins, and other fantastic actors and actresses. Very cool one, based off of the tale written by Bram Stoker in his book, Dracula. Count Dracula, a 15th century prince, is condemned to live off the blood of the living for eternity. Young lawyer Jonathan Harker is sent to Dracula's castle to finalize a land deal. But when the Count sees a photo of Harker's fiancée, Mina, the spitting image of his past wife, he imprisons him and sets off for London to track her down. Very interesting stuff. I've never watched this work too. No, I have watched this movie, I think, one time, but it's a weird one, and I don't think I got too far into it before I ended up turning it off. But a very early Winona Ryder work, as she does a great job in that flick. Bram Stoker's Dracula, released on today in 1992. R-rated horror romance. As we continue to work through these games right here, we got 43 balls dropped in this matchup as we got 5 balls away for Drew and other great players as we continue to work through this game. As we work through this game, I do have another great movie released on today in 1998. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. That is a horror crime that stars Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, Mekhi Phifer, Matthew Settler, and other fun actors and actresses. A classic cast for this one as they get reunited from their iconic I Know What You Did Last Summer that was released in 1997. This one not received as well, as this is after years of killing vengeful hit-and-run victim Ben Willis, who gutted her friends with an iron hook. College student Julie James is still shaken by the experience when her roommate Carla wins a vacation for 4 to the Bahamas. She plans to bring along her boyfriend, attractive Will, and Julie. At the resort, Julie starts receiving threatening notes and realizes Ben is still alive. Crazy stuff there. We do have a winner as $24 is going out to Jer Bear over at the B&B Sports Bar and Grill in Staples. Congratulations to you, Jer Bear, in this awesome game number 4. We'll now be getting enrolled into this game number 5 with that minor jackpot. Click it up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as you get after it in this game. It looks like it's not received too well, as it's only a 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. As it just, looks like it wasn't seen as a very good movie. It seems like it it was very predictable and lacked thrills and poor development that was quite enticing in the first one. But in 1998, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer was released on today. Also released on today in 1998, we got Meet Joe Black. This is a romance fantasy that stars Brad Pitt as well as Anthony Hopkins and other Clara Florena, uh, Forlani. I'm not sure. But this is about Bill Parrish, a businessman, and a devoted family man is about to celebrate his 65th birthday. However, before he reaches that landmark, he is visited by death. Brad Pitt, who has taken human form as Joe Black, a young man who recently died. Joe and Bill make a deal. Bill will be given an extra few days of his life, and Joe will spend the same time getting to know what is like to be human. It seems like a perfect arrangement until Joe falls in love with Bill's daughter. That's an insane concept. I've never seen this movie, but, it's a very early work for Brad Pitt. It's only 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, so not as bad as I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, but still not a great one. This is distributed by Universal Pictures and directed by Martin Brest, who also did Midnight Run, Scent of a Woman, Beverly Hills Cop, and others. Next up, released on today, this one had a lot of people talking, especially when that year rolled around, because in 2009, we have released on today 2012. This is an action sci-fi work that stars John Cusack, Woody Harrelson, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Morgan Lilly, Amanda Peet, and other fantastic actors like Danny Glover. This is about Earth's billions of habitants are unaware that the planet has an expiration date. With the warning of the American scientists, world leaders begin secret preparations for the survival of select members of society. When the global cataclysm finally occurs, failed writer Jackson Curtis tries to lead his family to safety as the world starts to fall apart. I remember there was a lot of people that thought in 2012 this was actually going to happen, and it was like the countdown before 2012 happened. It was crazy, but I thought it's a fun one to be able to highlight nonetheless. 2012 released on today, a crazy kind of apocalypse, world-ending story that came out in 2009. Gave us a little 3-year run-up to be able to get ready for the apocalypse. Good thing it didn't end up happening. We're still kicking. What is it now? 12 years later. After 2012, not after the movie was released. But fun stuff nonetheless as we get after it in this game right here. We are coming down to the last little bit of this matchup as we got players still in line to be able to take home this minor jackpot at 60 balls or less. $164.88 available here. We'll see if they can take home this prize as they need 2 lucky balls to fall before we end up giving it out. As we only have 2 more balls to try and give this one out as Burner and Blind Mikey are 1 ball away. Can that lucky ball fall right here? No, it will be moving on. $32.50 going out to our fantastic winner of this matchup. Let's see who that is, as it's Tim Finn over at Eagles Watana. Congratulations to you, Tim Finn, as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next game will include a minor jackpot at 62 balls or less. Should have a high likelihood of going out at this point, as it already sits at $164. I can't wait to see how big that prize ends up growing. As we get through it, I do have another fun movie released on today, as this one was also released in 2009. This is a really good flick. Fantastic Mr. Fox, PG family comedy released in 2009. It's one of my favorite George Clooney works, as it stars George Clooney, Bill Murray, Meryl Streep, Owen Wilson, Willem Dafoe, and other fantastic actors and actresses. This is directed by Wes Anderson, the fantastic director that did The Grand Budapest Hotel, Moonrise Kingdom, Isle of Dogs, Asteroid City, The French Dispatch, and so many other big-time works, as he makes another hit once again. This is a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, and is about after 12 years of bliss, Mr. Fox breaks a promise to his wife and raids the farm of their human neighbors, Borges, Bruce, and Bean, giving in to his animal instincts, endangering not only his marriage, but also the lives of his family and their animal friends. When the farmer forces Mr. Fox and Company deep underground, he has to resort to his natural craftiness to rise above the opposition. One of my favorite things about this work is watching the way that they made different sounds in this movie and how much practical effects that they used to be able to build out this movie. It's a really good work and worth the watch. If you haven't seen it, try and give Fantastic Mr. Fox a watch on today. Probably the best movie that was released on today, as all the other ones, they're decent, but this one's actually a good quality work. Well, we are just seconds before we are in this game right here. And as we get after in this game, I would like to remind you that when you're playing Pilot games, don't forget to share those awesome player pictures with us. We absolutely love seeing your smiling faces. And if you happen to hit a jackpot, hold up your iPad and show off that happy face with the jackpot message. We'd love to celebrate with you. You could also send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartender. To share your pics, you can either direct message them to us on Facebook, post them with the hashtag PilotGames, or email them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. We cannot wait to see all the fun moments that you guys capture out there while playing our fantastic games. So we hope to see you guys taking photos of it while you have a lot of fun. As we get after it here, I do have a little bit of Twins news, as I normally don't have Twins news at all. But starting next year, Twins president and CEO Dave St. Peter will step down after 35 years and move to an advisory role. In turn, St. Peter was the Twins team president and CEO for 22 years. Twins president of basketball operations, Derek Falvey, will be promoted to president of baseball and business operations. General manager Jeremy Zoll will also be promoted to general manager, St. Peter said Tuesday. Discussions of a succession plan started with Jim Polat, who more than 2 years ago, and stepped down as president and CEO was not related to the team being up for sale. But really interesting stuff there, not too crazy, but some shifts around in the front office for our Twins, as we hope to get that done quickly so we can start getting that off-season action underway and getting those big signings done. Well, if you're missing our Twins action or just missing some baseball action, you should check out the E-Tab game called Twins Win. You can even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round, where if you pick out the right lucky batter, you'll be taking home an awesome Grand Slam prize. It's always a great time there. That Twins-themed E-Tab game is one of my personal favorites. As we are getting after it right here, as we got 55 balls dropped in this matchup, we'll see who could take home this awesome minor jackpot of $212. One ball away now for Scrub Eye and Antsy, as we'll wait and see who takes home this lovely jackpot. Paul D over at Zatu Zorba's Park Rapids is taking home $212.84. Congratulations to you, Paul D, at this awesome game of Game Day Bingo, as you guys will now be getting enrolled into this next game. This next game will include a Musco prize that is going to be doubling up, as you already had $38.40 available there. You'll just be adding that to the Musco prize in this next game. Should be a blast. I'll be back after 2 games to give out more great prizes in just a bit. Hello guys, and I am back for some more of this awesome game day bingo action. I got about 4 more games of game day bingo that I'll be live with you guys for. So get enrolled in, press play, as I want to give out another minor jackpot throughout this time. As I missed out on 2 games of game day bingo, I would like to highlight those winners. Our first game that I missed, I saw Lucky Duck over at Jimmy's Poorhouse take home $55.90. Congratulations to you, Lucky Duck, taking home that amazing prize. We then saw $18.80 go out to Jen over at the B&J Bar. Congratulations to you, Jen, taking home that amazing win as well. Some great cash going out to those great players as we now get after it in this game right here. We got that minor jackpot, 56 balls or less, $70. Major prize at $2,469 at that 50 balls or less. And the mega jackpot at 45 balls or less, 10 grand. As we get after it, I do have some fun celebrity birthdays to be able to highlight on today. But before I get into the celebrity birthdays, I would like to give a quick shout out to anybody who is celebrating their birthday on this November 13th. I shoot some luck out to you as you get on after it in these games. And we hope to see you guys have a lot of success. As we get after it, we start off this celebrity birthday list with born on today in 1930, in 1850, I should say. We got Robert Louis Stevenson, the Scottish novelist who wrote Treasure Island, as well as Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Very, very cool one to be able to highlight. He wrote other works as well, but I mean, those two are his biggest. You also have Kidnapped and A Child Garden of Verses. Really, really big time stuff for him, and wrote a lot of big time works. His most notable quote is, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant." A fantastic one to be able to highlight, and good words to be able to follow, celebrating the birth of Robert Louis Stevenson, the Scottish novelist and essayist, born on today. Next up, born on today in 1911, we got Buck O'Neil, the American Baseball Hall of Fame coach. He was actually the first African-American coach in the MLB and was a first baseman for the Kansas City Monarchs. Next up, born on today in 1934, we got Gary Marshall, the American TV writer who did The Dick Van Dyke Show. He's also a TV producer for The Odd Couple, Happy Days, and Laverne and Shirley. He also was a film director in The Pretty Woman, Runaway Bride, as well as Princess Diaries. Very interesting stuff there. Gary Marshall, huge works he has worked on there. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, lots of big works for him as he has been working in cinema for so long. He also is in Hocus Pocus, which is very cool. Happy birthday to Gary Marshall. Before I get into our next celebrity birthday, I should be giving out this Musco prize very soon, as $19.50 is going out to Mike over at the Sherwood Lounge. Congratulations to you, Mike, as we now get enrolled into this next game. Just about 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled into this game number 10 of Game Day Bingo. This game 10 will have a 58 ball or less minor jackpot, which should have a lot of fun opportunities to be able to be taken home. Get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. As you do so, I do have another celebrity birthday to highlight. Born on today in 1941, we got Mel Stottlemyre, an American baseball pitcher, 5-time MLB All-Star for the New York Yankees, and was a coach for the New York Mets and Yankees, winning 5 World Series. A very good coach that we get to highlight here on today. He played 11 seasons in the major leagues for the Yankees, Mets, Astros, and Mariners. Happy birthday to Mel Stottlemyre. Next up, born on today in 1950, we got Gilbert Perreault, a Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame center. Was an 8-time MLB All-Star. 512 goals for the Buffalo Sabres. The Calder Memorial Trophy winner in 1971, and the Lady Byng Memorial Trophy winner in 1973. a great hockey player we get to highlight here on today. Played 17 seasons in the NHL. He was the first draft pick of the Sabres in the inaugural season in the NHL and had a really good career with them. Happy birthday to this great athlete who turns 74 on today. He still resides in Victoriaville, Quebec to this day, his hometown. Next up, born on today in 1955, we got Whoopi Goldberg, an American comedian, actress from The Color Purple, Sister Act, and was even a singer and TV show host in The View. A very good entertainer we get to highlight here on today. Ghost. She voices in The Lion King. She's in a lot of different things. She's received numerous accolades. She is one of the few women to receive an Emmy Award, Grammy Award, Academy Award, and Tony Award, collectively known as the EGOT. Next up, born on today in 1967, we got Jimmy Kimmel, the American TV host and producer, known for Jimmy Kimmel Live, as well as a few other things as well. Yeah, just known for his late night talk shows. He's also in The Man Show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He's hosted the Oscars. He's in Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's in a lot of different things. So great that we get to highlight Jimmy Kimmel on today as he turns 57 on today. Next up, we got a fun actor born on today in 1967. We got Steve Zahn, the American actor from Reality Bites, That Thing You Do, as well as he's acted in the recent show White Lotus. I know him also for Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Joyride, Daddy Daycare is one of the big ones for me, National Security, War of the Planet of the Apes. A very, very good actor. He has received he's received accolades, including an Independent Spirit Award, alongside nominations for a Primetime Emmy Award and 2 Screen Actor Guild Awards. Happy birthday to Steve Zahn. Next up, born on today in 1969, we got Gerard Butler, the Scottish actor in Dracula in the year 2000. He's also in Olympus Has Fallen, 300, Angel Has Fallen, Law Abiding Citizen, and so many other works that we get to highlight here on today. I'm shocked that they had just given him the credit in my celebrity birthday list that I was going after, reading off of, just Dracula. But, I mean, so many works for Gerard Butler. A great actor that we get to highlight. Known for his action flicks for sure. He also voice acts in How to Train Your Dragon, and other fun movies as well. Trying to think, the first Gerard Butler work I ever saw was probably The Phantom of the Opera, as I watched that in school. Well, we do have a winner here as player over at Roadhouse 169 North Mankato is taking home that lovely Musco of $20.30 in this game number 10. Congratulations to you as we now get enrolled into this next game, as this next game will include a minor jackpot at 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can finally give it out at 60 balls or less in this upcoming matchup. Just 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled into this upcoming game. As we get after this game, I would like to highlight our final celebrity birthday. Born on today in 1993, we got Julia Michaels. She sang Heaven, Issues, What a Time, Gone, Hurt Somebody, and At All Cost. She has received 5 Grammy Award nominations, including twice for Song of the Year and Best New Artist, as well as nomination for MTV's Video Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and the American Music Awards. A really great musician that we get to highlight here on today, as she is now turning 31 years old on today. She also wrote the song Sorry by Justin Bieber, which I think is very, very cool. Great songwriter as well. Happy birthday to Julia Michaels. As we move on from our celebrity birthday list, I would like to talk a little bit about some Minnesota Vikings news, as we are now 7-2 on the year, as we ended up beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 12-7 in a close score matchup, but didn't really feel that close outside of that, as our Vikings dominated in that game. We ran 82 plays compared to Jacksonville's 43. We held the ball for 42 minutes and 19 seconds compared to Jacksonville's 17 minutes and 41 seconds. We picked up 28 first downs, which is the most ever in NFL history to not score a touchdown. And Jacksonville only had 10. The Vikings ran 39 plays in Jacksonville's territory, and Jacksonville barely got any in. It was a great one for us. That had a lot of great moments, but interceptions was kind of the reason we weren't able to score the way we wanted to in that game, as we threw Sam Darnold threw 3 interceptions, and even was close to throwing a 4th if it wasn't due to it being negated by a penalty. All of them were due to targeting Justin Jefferson, who had a pretty tame night for Jefferson, as he only had 5 catches for 48 yards. We'll definitely need to rectify that. But the positive is John Parker Romo's. His NFL debut went pretty smooth, as he hit from 29, 34, 33, and 45 yards in his NFL debut, being the only scorer in that Vikings game for our Vikings. But great to see our Vikings move to 7-2. Just adds to the winning record that we have as we continue to build up this resume, as we get ready to hopefully push ourselves into the playoffs. I mean, we'd only need probably about 3 more wins in this season total to be able to get at least a wild card spot in the playoffs. And if we continue to get dubs, we could end up getting ourselves a really good situation where maybe even a first round bye is in the question. But that is a long way down the road. But what's not long down the road is our Sunday night matchup. We'll be playing this Sunday at 12 p.m. as our Vikings will be in Tennessee taking on the Titans. The Titans right now are only a 2-win team, so we are definitely hoping for a victory there. If you want to send some luck out to our Vikings, you can actually play the awesome eTab game that's themed after our Vikings, called Vikings Victory. You can pick a letter in the Scope bonus round to see if you can take home some of those Hail Mary jackpots. It's always a great time there. We love those eTabs. We hope to see you guys out there taking home those lovely wins. As we are coming down to the last little bit of this game right here, trying to give out a 60-ball or less minor jackpot of $127. We got Beeb and Brett leading the charge here as they sit at 5 balls away. Now more players join up with them, as now Brett and Diane are 4 balls away in this game. Before I get into more random things I love to talk about here at Pilot Games, I would like to see who ends up taking home this minor jackpot. 2 balls away for now, Squire, as we'll see if they can take home that awesome prize here. Squire still sticking at that 2-ball away marker, as we only have 2 more balls to try and give this one out. We'll see as that 59th ball drops. Now 60th doesn't look like it's going out. We'll be moving on to the $25.60 must-go prize in this game, meaning that minor jackpot in this final game that I'll be live with you guys for of Game Day Bingo will be clicking up from 60 to 62 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun there. Just 2 minutes to get enrolled. But in this game, we got Oki over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking home $25 in this awesome matchup. Congratulations to you, Oki, in this great game as we now get enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. Like I said, minor jackpot at 62 balls or less. As we get after it, I would like to talk a little bit about our Minnesota Timberwolves, as they just ended up losing to the Portland Trailblazers 122-108 on Tuesday night. Naz Reid led Minnesota with 28 points in the loss, while star guard Anthony Edwards pitched in 26 points. Not necessarily what we wanted to see, as we are now 6-5 on the year. A really kind of rough start to the season, unexpected, as I feel like we've had lots of opportunities to be able to get some wins, but just hasn't been the case there. As we saw in that game, Julius Randle was held to only 11 points. Rudy Gobert only 9 points. Mike Conley only 6 points. Jaden McDaniels actually had a pretty decent game, 17 points for him. But Anthony Edwards really struggled in that matchup. He was a minus 20 plus minus in that matchup, and not what you wanted to see in that game. We did have, like I said, 28 points from Naz Reid, but we'd like to see a little bit more from Dante DiVincenzo, who scored only 3 points in that matchup and contributed to 4 of the 21 turnovers that we ended up having in that matchup. The other turnovers came from Rudy Gobert, 4 from him, 4 from Jaden McDaniels, 4 turnovers from Julius Randle. We definitely need to limit those things down so that we can have a more successful approach to this game. Take care of the ball, takes care of this team. We do have a rematch with the Trailblazers happening tonight at 9 p.m. Should be a fun matchup, and we'll be rooting on our Timberwolves as they get after them. As we get after it here, I would like to talk a little bit about this day in music history. Our first day in music history I'll be talking about in 2001. With the help of Gloria Estefan, Colombia-born songstress Shakira releases her first English language album, Laundry Service. It features the top 10 hit, Whenever, Wherever. An absolute classic. I remember as a kid always singing in Shakira's accent, Whenever, Wherever. So good. So good. It's a really fun one. Love a little Shakira action that we get to highlight on today. Maybe listen to a little Shakira on today. Or if we got any Swifties out there, this day's for you is also in 2010. Taylor Swift sets a record by becoming the first female artist to place 11 songs on the Hot 100 at the same time. That, I think, has been broken since then. I think maybe I'm wrong. That's been broken. I don't keep track enough with music records, but a crazy achievement there. 11 songs in the Hot 100 is insane. Definitely a cool day for Taylor Swift in our music history. Well, Taylor Swift or Shakira, whichever one you want to listen to, very different artists you can enjoy on today. As we get after it in this game right here. We got about 35 balls dropped in this matchup as we got Nurse Jen and Jax33 leading the charge. Now Diane and Mike W join up with them at that 7-ball away marker. As we wait and see who takes home this awesome minor jackpot, hopefully, at 62 balls or less, $163, I would like to talk about our player spotlight. As our biggest winner of this past weekend was Mike P. over at VFW International Falls, as they took home $8,335. And over at the VFW International Falls, they support the VFW Post 2948 International Falls. Their mission is to foster camaraderie among United States veterans of overseas conflicts and to advocate on behalf of all veterans to ensure they are respected for their service, always receive their earned entitlements, and are recognized for their sacrifice they and their loved ones have made on behalf of this great country. A great one to be able to highlight on today as we have celebrated Veterans Day on Monday, and we continue to highlight the veterans with this awesome player spotlight. We do have Squire over at the shortstop, Fridley, taking home $163 on that awesome minor jackpot win. Enjoy a little Lucky 4 bingo action, as well as more Game Day bingo coming to you guys very, very soon. As you guys play those games, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.